Hi friends. So I tried to make this video too many times and I keep making it like 2 hours long, so I'm gonna keep it short. I wanted to pop in here really quickly and say a few things about artist alchemy, manifesting your life as an entrepreneur, artist, creator, person who is not bound by these uh, illusions of like 9 to 5 capitalism and moving past that, or bound by these illusions of like what it means to make money in society, getting a job, working for somebody you hate, pretending to be somebody that you're not, showing up, giving a handshake, laughing, smiling, and walking out the door, and then unshielding yourself, revealing yourself, coming back to yourself only to do it again and numb yourself. So there's another world outside of that, and that is the world of being the creative healer that you are and walking that divine path for yourself. And that takes a lot of work to achieve, and I have been very thankful, humbled, and like deeply privileged, but not only in a sense of power and position, but in the sense of faith and God. I've been privileged to walk this path and hopefully ignite inspiration and a way for others to walk this path around me. And I'm thankful for all the mentors, friends, and family around me who have shown me what is possible. And that is what the first thing that I want to say about this is: use envy as a tool to get you where you want to go. Always. Always, always, always. This helps me deeply. So whenever I see somebody's like posting something and they're like, I had this great show here, this grant sponsored me, or like this amazing venue, or with this amazing artist, my EP's coming, my album, my label, my, whatever, all these things I want, my book deal, my grant. There's been so many things that I've wanted in my life, and I will want more and more and more. And I always just look at those things and I'm like, okay, thank you, universe, for showing me what is possible and for allowing that to orbit around me. And now I know what is possible, and I'm allowed to step into that and to claim that as something that is going to happen to me. And the closer the person is to me and the more proximity I have to it, the deeper I know that that is meant for me also. But even just the twinge of envy is enough for you to know that's mine, that belongs to me, because that's your heart telling you, hey, that's aligned with your life. The fact that you desire it, the fact that you seek it, is meant for you. So know that you are being shown what is possible on a timeline that is very close, and also that like the time that it takes for you to achieve that thing could be very, very soon, honestly. And more often than not, it is much sooner than you think that these things are going to happen. So that's my first thing that I wanted to say. The second thing that I want to say is the courage to do this is quite intense. You have to really be like King of Swords energy to do this. And that King of Swords energy is like, I am driven on my path and I am walking my path, and nobody and nothing will infiltrate or influence me or interfere. Nothing. And I think that's really important, because there will be a lot of people, naysayers, people who doubt you, people who want to say that you're a capitalist, a cult leader, I don't know, like, it depends what you do, but there will be these people who come and try to say these things to you, but it's just got to bounce off of you, and you stay grounded in my heart is my heart, my path is my path, my vision is my vision. And that comes down to the third thing that I want to say, which is what you know in your heart about your art and your work, and how important it is for you to show this, to reveal this, to feel this with people. Knowing that value, that tremendous work that you are doing is so important as well. Knowing that this will change the world, that this is so unique, that this is so different, that this is so magical, that this is transcendent. You know, everybody who I've worked with, helping them write their grants or their bios or come to terms with the amazing artists that they are, they always end up discovering the spiritual, godlike, soulful self of their work, and the transcendence and the unique, sort of sprinkle of the sun that they embody, which is its own universe, so vastly different from anybody else's. And what a privilege it is to enter into that universe with you and see that and witness it. So that extends into another thing that I wanted to say, which is knowing how profound your work is and how important it is for this world, and how much you are in service as you create, as you are in service to your medium, you are in service to the people who will have this shared experience with you. You are in service to God, you are in service to the universe when you create. Knowing that, I think, helps you know that you are also allowed to nourish yourself and sustain yourself through your craft, which is recognizing in this very human, material world, you are allowed to make money and sustain yourself full time doing this. And that also extends to saying that this work doesn't have to be only, creation. Like, this work can be rest. This work can be recovery. This work can be sleeping. This work can be eating. This work can be writing down one word, reading one line of a book. And that's what you did that week, And in our world of measuring time and measuring money, that might be really difficult to grapple with, but that is the truth of being an artist. And so what can help you get there, where your rest and your recovery and your moments of being attuned to the seasons of your flow, of your divine flow in your craft, as sustainable and as having enough money to do that, because money is, of course, the accelerator to freedom, and freedom is what grants us this ability to rest and recover and choose how we want to move. How we get that money is really by believing I deserve it, because nobody else can do what I'm about to do, and nobody can. You can do exactly what you do, and somebody else will do an amazing other thing, and you will do your amazing thing, and nobody else can do what you do, because you have your own face and body and DNA and fingerprints, and you have your own poems and art and work and truth and resonance that sits with you, so unique. It absolutely should be sustained, and that belief that it should be sustained is what will get you money. That, and then the very diligent and consistent action of, okay, where is it? What do I really want to do with this? Do I want an exhibition? Do I want a book? Do I want to be on a stage in front of thousands of people? Do I want to be touring the world? Do I want to be a pop star covered in glitter? Okay, great. Now you know what you want materially. Go get it. Apply for those things. Email those people. Create. Collaborate. And it'll all fall into place. Obviously, there's more details of how that I could get into, but I just really think that the biggest piece is the faith to create is the same faith as the faith to sustain, and the courage to sustain yourself in that work is the same courage to create in the first place. Yeah, and then I think my last thing that I really wanted to say about being an artist, an alchemist, and a manifestor in your practice is to really recognize that when you're planting those seeds, your fruit is going to come no matter what. It's beyond you. And to think that you can control whether or not fruit is going to come is really to be playing God when you don't need to be playing God. God already plays. God's playing all the time. You can just relax, enjoy, plant your seeds, plant your seeds, plant your seeds. And it might be hard when you haven't had that proof yet. You haven't had that fruit. But the reality is, time is always working at the same time. There is no up and down. There is no linear. There's no front to back, sideways, zigzags. It's all one. And sometimes I feel this and sometimes I don't. But tonight I really feel this, where everything that you imagine and desire has already happened in one timeline. So when you're planting seeds in the present, they're already coming up whether you see them or not. And when you finally see them, you might have an easier time believing that next time that you plant a seed, the fruit will come. But like all good gardeners that have been gardeners for years, they plant their seeds and they know that the fruit's going to come. They don't question it. They're not like, oh, did I plant a seed or not? It comes and you trust. And how to really be in that feeling in your body where you're like, I trust, I trust, I trust, is to sit with yourself really and just be like, okay, what feels good right now for me? It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else what I do or how I do it. I want to feel good for me. And then go from there and see where it takes you. And for me, oftentimes that feeling good is these days at least, it's just like, I just want to sit, watch my Christmas movies, write my few words down, share what I know in my heart to be the truth, and create from the place of me that is most broken and most alive and most worthy of finding light and divinity over and over and over again. And I create from that place. And there's so much heartbreak and there's so much grief and there's so much pain in this world. And so your art is a light source. A single poem can collapse any institution. A single piece of art can change money. A single piece, like somebody sold something that was a statue made of nothingness for like millions of dollars the other day in Italy, right? There is only possibility when it comes to art, and that's why it's there's all these layers of conditioning telling you you shouldn't do this, or it's not real work, or it's not worthy work. It is worthy. You are worthy. You are an alchemist. You are a creator. Your vision is important, and your choice to share that vision when that choice feels right for you is a blessing, and you deserve to be nourished and sustained in what you do deeply and loved and celebrated in doing that. And everything that you want will come to you, especially when you find yourself envious, especially when you find yourself, checking the seeds again and again. Like, when is it going to happen? Just keep going. Just keep flowing. It's already there. you're doing good. Okay. I love you. Thanks for listening. King of Swords.